What's up, you all? Um, Today's title is called Pase, the Second Haitian Revolt. And the Second Haitian Revolt is going to take place in America, ironically. And guess what? Black people are going to think it's a good thing. Black folks believe the Haitians are going to come over here and help them. Mm, mm. They just don't have good sense, y'all. That's all. They just don't have good sense. They just don't have good sense, y'all. But let's jump right into it, shall we? Shall we jump right into it? Now the big fuss, before I get started. Now the big fuss is, what's up, y'all? What's up, Casually Conservative? What's up, The Ice Cold Wolf? What's up, Neek? What's up, Art Jordan? What's up, Just a Girl? What's up, Patrick? What's up, The Ice Cold Wolf again? But so I'm seeing stuff on social media, and Black people are so programmed and indoctrinated to where they almost have to be put back into bondage. And I say that because imagine all these global agendas that are coming to America, and Black people don't know what's going on, but they're going to be used to bring them in. So, for example, when they send U.S. troops, when they send UN troops over to America, they're going to send people of color. So when you see these UN troops trying to tell these conservative, patriotic white people what they should be doing, and the white folks start bucking, the news is going to say they're racist. They're going to say those UN soldiers are just like you. So at this point, Black people are totally programmed and just lost. You know, there's a term they said, lost in the sauce. Black folks are lost in the grease. It ain't no sauce, it's grease. But just imagine you got 42 million people, 41 million of them don't know anything, but they're going to be used to usher in a global agenda. And I'm going to tell you something too. When it comes to Kamala, the media is going to expose everything about Kamala. The media is going to let you see everything about Kamala. Kamala, that debate Kamala did is getting, social media is tearing that debate apart with Kamala Harris. But make no mistake about it. They're going to allow all of the truth to come out about Kamala Harris. And guess what? You all are still going to pick her. And I'm telling you now, when you pick Kamala and she's in charge, I'm telling you now, she's going to terrorize you all. These globalists, they don't respect you all. These globalists don't look at you all like you all are special to them. They don't. They know that you all are going to try to go with the winning team. So they are, for example, you know when people show those movies and the folks that turn on their own people to help the enemy, what do they do to them people? You know in the movies where the people that turn on their own people to help the enemy, when the enemy conquers those people, what does the enemy do to the traitors? What do the enemies do to the traitors? They chop their head off. So in other words, these globalists, they're not going to trust you all because you all sold out your country. So listen to what I'm telling you. Those of you that think you're going to get crumbs from the table or even a seat, they're going to eradicate you all first because they can't trust you. They can't trust a person that will sell out their own country. They don't trust y'all. So even though they want your vote and they want your allegiance, they don't really respect you all. They're going to knock your head off first. What's up, Leatherface? Anyway, but let's get started, though. And one more thing before we get into this. This is how the devil works. So we've been conditioned to believe that the devil's going to sneak and slide something on it. No. The devil needs for you to make the choice. So when Satan went to tempt, all you got to do is you go look at Satan when he talked to Eve, when he talked to Christ. That's all you got to look at. And that's how Satan operates. He's not going to sneak up behind you. He's going to ask you a question. He's going to quote some scriptures. He's going to tell you the truth. He's going to agree with you because you're going to say, well, they told me I shouldn't vote for Kamala. Who told you that? My friends and my family. Do you trust them? Doesn't your cousin owe you some money? Didn't your sister steal your boyfriend? He ain't gonna say you lying. So again, when I say the enemy is clever, that's what I mean. So now we got a whole agenda of them trying to convince you that Trump is the bad guy and Kamala is the good woman. Trump is the liar and Kamala is the truth teller. Even though when you ask these people on the street, they cannot tell you what Trump lied about. And I don't really care if you like Trump or don't like Trump, or if you like Kamala and don't like Kamala. I don't really care. What I do care about is you all knowing what the truth is. If you don't know the truth and you go based on your feelings, you're going to die. If you don't know the truth and you go based on your feelings, you're going to die because the world is a master at manipulating your emotions. So what they're trying to condition you to do is, if you hate Donald Trump, what are you doing? You're hating the truth. That's the goal. This is not really about Kamala or Donald Trump. It's about you hating the truth and loving the lie. They're trying to get you to say that a man is a woman. And once that's voted upon and agreed upon and put in textbooks and put on billboards and one on t-shirts, once you all consent and say that a man is a woman, because you all are already consenting to Kamala's lies. You're already consenting to her lies already. But once you all say that a man is a woman, once you all go against the original design that God had, let us make man in our image. Once you go against that, because that unravels everything. If a man is a woman, then from the start of creation, it's all wrong at that point. God made man and woman. Once that no longer applies, nothing else applies. So once you all consent and say that a man is a woman, you then put yourself in allegiance with Satan. You are now his children. Because the Bible says that Satan is the what? The father of lies. Now, Satan is a liar because the truth isn't in him. But when Satan is talking to you, he's not going to tell you that the sky is not blue. He's not going to tell you that the grass isn't green. Go back and listen to him talking to Christ. Well, let me go to this real quick. Let me go to Matthew. Let me go to Matthew real quick. I'm just trying to articulate myself on what level you have to be on. You got to know that Klaus Schwab said all these leaders are up under him. So if Klaus Schwab is telling you that all the leaders are up under him, then that means that whatever conflict you see, just know they're all on the same team. Klaus Schwab told you we're going to penetrate every single cabinet. So again, this thing that you're seeing, you're not really seeing it because the devil deals with illusions. Things that appear to be a certain way, but they're not. And then Jesus was led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. So we know that Christ being tempted by Satan was divine because the Holy Spirit took him up to be tempted. You know, because for you to be the Savior of the world, for you to be the Messiah, you know, God has to qualify you. And for many of you all, for you all to embark on your path and your purpose, God will have to qualify you. And that qualifying process, you're probably not going to like it. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward in hunger. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. Simple, right? He didn't lie to him. If you are the Son of God, then turn the stones into bread. That's really who you are. So you say you're him, then do it. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and seated him on a pinnacle of the temple. So now the devil done snatched him up. Why do you think the devil snatched him up? Why do you think he snatched him up? The Bible says what? Resist the devil and he will flee. Christ didn't resist. He engaged. Christ didn't resist. He engaged. So by Christ engaging, now Satan gonna take him to the next level. So with you all aren't the Messiah. So you probably shouldn't engage. Y'all probably should just resist so he can run away. But like I said, he had to be tested because God has to qualify you. So the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So now you see the devil learn quickly. Enemy is clever. You're going to find a similarity between how AI operates and how Satan operates. You just saw how fast Satan learned. Satan said, because he was in the wilderness, let me change the scenery. And let me hit him with some scripture. Just that fast, Satan adapted. Now, so far, has Satan told him a lie? No. But is Satan trying to deceive him? Yes. And deception is more powerful than a lie. Because most of the time, you know when somebody's lying. You know. They even have studies on it. You can tell when somebody's lying. They look to the left or right. They move. So you can tell usually when somebody's lying. But what it's hard to do is tell when somebody is deceiving you. The deception is greater than the lie. And so What the Democrats do well is they deceive very well. So they have somebody telling you something crazy, but it's someone that looks like you. So they have Barack Obama in front of you telling you something crazy about the children going to the same bathroom, but he looks like you and he's smiling. You know, black people are a sucker for skin tone and a great speaker. For black, if you got good hair, nice skin, and you got a nice smile and you can speak, you're going to get 99% of black people on the hook. 99% of black folks will be on the hook if they got some good hair, some nice skin, nice teeth, and can speak well. You get the majority of black folks. Easy. And saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Jesus said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. And so Christ is acknowledging that the devil is tempting him for a second time. That's why he says again, he's giving him a different scripture, but he's telling him, he's acknowledging this is the second time you done tempted the Lord. You did it again. But still, there's no resistance. He's still engaging with him. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things I will give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Now, Satan can't say, he's not going to say, I'm going to give you all of this, but I'm going to take your soul. So what he does is he says, just bow down and I'll give you all of this. The Democrats are saying, just bow down and we'll give you the country. Kamala Harris is saying, just vote for me and I promise I'll give you the country. What she's not telling you is that she's going to destroy you and the country in the process. So if you ever get into business and you're negotiating and someone says, listen, man, if you sign right here, I'm going to give you this, this, and this. We're going to work. You need to ask them what's going to be the cost for you. What is it going to cost me? The deal sounds gravy, but what do I have to do? Which is what half of the country is not asking Kamala, what are we going to have to do besides vote? What are you going to require from us once you're in office? Now, they already told you they're not going to do anything for you. They've already established that. So you know this time, you can't say you didn't know. So think about it. They're pressuring you to put this woman in office who's already said she ain't going to do nothing. So you got to ask yourself, okay, well, what is it? What's in it for you? Then said Jesus unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. You see how powerful that is? When you establish God's authority, the devil has to leave. This is why it's so important to have God's authority in your life. This is why it's so important. Because the devil has to leave. But if you keep entertaining foolishness, you always leave the door unlocked. That's the regular KJV. They want your soul. The Winning Walk with Christina said Kamala Marx. It's true. Listen, they want your soul. I'm telling you all now. I told you I was over with Joe Biden. But the Joe Biden vote was really a character compromising vote. This Kamala vote is a soul rendering vote. This Kamala vote is going to be a soul rendering vote. You're going to see black people lose their mind. You're going to see libtards lose their mind. You're going to see immigrants lose their mind. This is a soul rendering vote. I want to go to something real quick. A friend of mine shares with me in the gym. He has this in his phone, and he said he always remembers this when he's talking with somebody that don't know anything. He always remembers. He always remembers this. So this is a. Let me do it from here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Do it from here. Let me do it from here. Let me do it from here, y'all. Let me do it. Let me share it from here. But a friend of mine shared this with me, and it's just beautiful to see a man that has a family and him and his wife on the same page, and they're raising their children right, and not just raising them right, but the family actually knows what's going on. Family has resisted the tyranny. Like it's a beautiful thing to see. But let me play this real quick. This is a scene from The Matrix. And this is Morpheus explaining. So he's explaining the people in the Matrix. And I want you to think about something too. You know how in the Matrix, people were able to be hijacked by the agents? So say you were running from the agents. You're just running. And the agents are like hopping in people that are driving the car, hopping in people's bodies to catch you. They're basically using bodies in the Matrix. And I thought yesterday about that. That's kind of like demonic possession. But in order to have demonic possession, you got to give consent. And here's going to be the point where we see the consent right here. This is going to be the consent right here when Morpheus explains this. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go, y'all.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
So I want you to think about the word that Morpheus, you're right, but our movie still looks good to this day. I want you to think about what Morpheus just said. He just said that people aren't ready to be unplugged from the system, which means that people know there's a system. They know they should be unplugged, but they're just not ready. So if you know it's a system, you know you need to be unplugged, but you're not getting unplugged, then what you're doing is giving consent to the system, because you're telling the system, I acknowledge what you're doing, but I still want to remain. Okay, now we can hijack your body. Now we can jump in and out y'all's body. Now we can use you. Keep in mind, everybody they're using is plugged up in real life. So they're actually jumping into people's consciousness. Like people are actually plugged up in real life outside of the matrix. But when he says they're not ready, what he's saying is they don't want to leave. Rewind it.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save.
Now look how Morpheus and Neo are purposefully going, it's symbolic. They're purposefully going against the grain, meaning they're walking against the flow of traffic and nobody notices. The police officer writing the ticket looks. He notices. The girl in the red dress notices. But the average person doesn't see anything. Even if he bumps him, gets in the way, the average person is just blindly moving forward. So bring this to real life. You got to wear a mask. Just put it on. You can't work unless you got the shot. You get the shot. You can't come in here without your jab passport. Just go ahead and get my jab pass. Like you see, they're doing stuff to people, and all along the way, folks are just mindly just accepting and just walking. They're none the wiser.
But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy.
These people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. These people out here that want to vote for Kamala, they're our enemy. Because, like this film is showing you right now, ironic how the Matrix was on black people's lips all the way up until 2020. But just like in this film, these people were unbothered with getting bumped, somebody walking in front of them, somebody going against the floor. They're unbothered. These same people are going to be unbothered with communism. All along the way, they're going to consent. They may complain and grumble, but they're going to consent. And if they're consenting to communism, they're going to be your enemy. Because when the state says, who do you know that's not with this program, they're going to tell. Just like in the Matrix. Everybody in the Matrix is hijackable. So that means even if a person has a good intent, I'm going to go to work, come home, and go to bed. If they run past that person and it's a clear view of them or close proximity, they're going to be used. So even the folks that are quote unquote good on the left, the good ones, they're still hijackable and they're still our enemy. They're not our enemy because I'm saying they're our enemy. I'm saying what they're going to agree to is going to literally be anti-God. It's going to be anti-Christ.
You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was.
Look again. Freeze it.
Got him. What does the woman in the red dress represent? Now he's out of the matrix. He's being taught a lesson. What does the woman in the red dress represent? She represents the world. The moment you get distracted and take your eyes off of Christ, this is what happens. The moments we take our attention and start look, because think about it now, a wise man once told me, you can look at them coming, but don't turn around and look. He said, because now you lusting. Shout out to Reverend Atwater. He said, you can look when they're coming. He said, don't turn around though. He said, because you turn around, you violate. It's hard though, you know. But Neo takes his focus off and immediately an agent's right behind him. Because the stakes are higher. These are high stakes now that we're in. We got Kamala about to be the leader. We got 2030 around the corner. We got a new disease coming. We got climate change coming. We got these folks coming for our, like, the moment you take your eyes off of Jesus, this is going to be the result. You got 1,000 things trying to bite you. Somebody said, I've seen this movie so many times, but I don't remember this part. You know why? Because nobody talks about this part. This is the most profound part of the movie. It ain't him fighting the agents. This is the most profound part of the movie. Because he's telling you how you got to navigate through life. And he's telling you if these people, if they want to consent to this, they're your enemy. I'm not telling you to go up there and fight them. I'm telling you they're going to consent to something that's going to compromise them so greatly that if they're around you, they're going to come get you. It just is what it is. Paul said this is the beginning of the truth.
This isn't the Matrix.
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you are one of them.
What are they?
Sentient programs. They can move in and out of any software still hardwired to their system. That means that anyone we haven't unplugged is potentially an agent. Inside the Matrix, they are everyone, and they are no one.
We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are the gatekeepers. They are guarding all the doors, they are holding all the keys, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
I won't lie to you, Neo. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
Why?
I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
Morpheus told him, you either with us or you're one of them. There's no gray area. Because these people would rather the Bible not exist than to allow you to be able to read it. They've already conditioned you all with the programming. They told you all that slaves couldn't read. But ironically, 2 years after slavery ended, they built Howard University. But they told you that slaves couldn't read so that there's going to come a time where they're going to tell you that you can't read. And you're going to say, dang, that's just like the slaves. And you're going to accept it. The whole purpose of the slavery narrative is to get you to accept slavery. The whole purpose of the slavery narrative is to get you comfortable with being enslaved. That's it. They keep talking about slavery to make you have a spiritual bond with a slave that you've never seen, that you've never met, but yet somehow, some way you identify with them. That identification is what has people lining up for shots, is what has people continuing to vote Democrat, is what has people voting for Kamala Harris. It's the same because you're already psychologically programmed through slavery, through movies, through literature, through text. So you already are comfortable with being a slave. Matter of fact, when they show you a slave movie, your mind is naturally even trying to figure out how you'd be able to live and survive. When you're sitting back watching slave movies and shows and stuff, your mind is already conditioning itself to figure out how you would survive and navigate through slavery. And Morpheus just told him that these agents, these wicked people in this world, they still have to operate by a certain type of rules, by certain rules. Meaning that they have to give you a choice. I don't care how catastrophic something looked, they had a choice. Now, they could have had a choice removed from them that day, but they had a choice before that day. So before the bomb gets dropped on these people, there was a series of choices that led them to stay there where they were. So they got to give you a choice. You either one of them or you one of us.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
No, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to.
We got trouble.
Folks don't know how powerful that film is. And it's just a travesty that that film should have saved the world during 2020. That film should have saved the world. This is what I mean by choices. They gave you a film that stood the test of time. The Matrix is a film that will last forever. Imagine Hollywood giving you all a film that could have saved your life. There's folks there right now listening to these folks about all these snake bites and all this stuff. It's folks that would have been alive had they just applied what they learned in this movie. For even the person that says, I don't want to read the Bible, you could have watched this movie and you should have said, you know what? This all might be a setup. Let me take my time. L3 Instrumental says, everybody loves the film, yet fear wouldn't let them act on the principles it embodied. I agree. Oh, it's Anna Valisa's birthday. Happy birthday, Anna Valisa. Happy birthday. Y'all wish her a happy birthday. Hold on. I'm trying to find one for her. Here we go. Yeah, happy birthday, Anna Valisa. Hold on. Here we go. She said, I'm going to Matt Walsh's Am I Racist at the show this weekend. Man, it's my birthday weekend, Sunday the 15th. Seeing it will be a perfect addition to my birthday fun. I want you to have a happy birthday. That's awesome. That is awesome. So I say all that to say that these people are going to put the truth in front of your face. And they're going to tell you, now, this is the truth, but if you tell it, we're going to persecute you. That's the catch. It's almost like the devil almost tortures you with the truth. I'm going to put the truth in front of you, but if you dare repeat it, I'm going to torture you. That's really what they're doing. That's really what they're doing. They're giving us all this truth and then daring us to say something. But happy birthday again, Anna Valisa. Okay, let me go to, let's go to Haiti. Let's go to Haiti real quick. Let's go to Haiti. Stop passing. Where is Haiti? Okay, let's go to Haiti. Here we go. I found it.
You up to speed on what's happening in Haiti. Right now, armed gangs are running the capital, and thousands have had to flee. This crisis started back in 2021 when the then president was assassinated in his home. Then this guy stepped in as both the president and prime minister. He kept postponing elections and staying in power even though he wasn't elected. So these gangs got fed up and launched a full-scale attack on the capital. They stormed two of Haiti's biggest prisons and released 4,000 inmates. So then the prime minister goes to Kenya and asks for troops to put down this rebellion. But while he's gone, the gangs seize the airport and prevent him from coming home. This gang leader, Barbecue, actually threatened civil war unless this prime minister resigned. So now the streets of Haiti are...
So this gives you an idea of Haiti. Now they want to convince you that folks coming from this environment wouldn't eat a cat. Now listen, I'm not saying that they eat cats. I'm saying they're trying to convince you that a person coming from this environment, it is so far-fetched to eat a cat. Now, you know, if we go to Asia right now, they eating cats and dogs all day. No problem. Rats, cats, dogs, oh my. It's no problem. So why is such a stigma for the Haitians to eat cats? The Asians do it, no problem. Why is it such a stigma for the Haitians to eat the cats?
Just controlled by these different gangs. There is no functioning government. The country is descending into chaos. It's arguably the largest crisis in the country's history, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. If you want to better understand global politics, follow along for more.
So basically, in Haiti, think about chess. Think about the enemy being clever. You cause political upheaval in Haiti to justify the Haitians coming to America. You see how that works? You cause political upheaval in Haiti to justify them fleeing. Now they all classify as refugees and asylum seekers. The enemy is clever. And most people are going to tell you it's not that deep. It's not that serious. But what they're really saying is, I'm scared. There's no way you could have lived your life in this world, especially now, and not have some questions and not scratch your head on certain things. But for the folks that say it's not that serious, that ain't real, not, they're just saying they're scared. Like I said, if they're not one of us, they're the enemy. And when I say enemy, I mean the same enemy that the Bible speaks about. The enemy, meaning that they're going to be willing participants to be used by Satan. That makes them the enemy. The Bible says, pray for your enemies. I didn't say they don't pray for them, but they're going to be your enemies. Don't be no fool. Open your house up to them. Listen, we don't have any more food. Just let us stay here for a couple of days, please, till we... Don't do it. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. When people get desperate, you think folks will have any character now. When folks get desperate, you ain't seen it. You haven't seen it.
Situation in Haiti where the government has declared a state of emergency after an explosion of violence, including 2 major prison breaks. Armed gunmen attacked the country's biggest prison over the weekend, allowing some of Haiti's most notorious gang leaders to escape.
Prison authorities say the attack, carried out by armed gangs, led to the escape of a large number of the 4,000 prisoners held there. On Sunday, journalists roamed the normally overcrowded facility where its cells were eerily empty, with no guards in sight, the injured and the dead laying nearby. At least 5 people were killed at the prison, where now fewer than 100 inmates remain. A second prison that holds another 1,400 inmates was also stormed.
Now, you saw that prison, right? Now, you saw this country is very underdeveloped. So we already know, based on how the country functions and runs, the people there are not going to have the same temperament as they do in America. So again, is a Haitian person eating a cat really far-fetched? I'm not saying it happened. I'm saying, is it possible?
Saturday's siege came as a shock even to Haitians accustomed to living under the constant threat of violence, and is yet another example of how criminal gangs have gained more control of the country since the assassination of former President Jovenel Moïse in 2021.
Now, I remember Jovenel Moïse. I remember he didn't want them snake bites coming to Haiti, and they got him up out of there. There's a few global leaders that said no, and they got them up out of there. They got them up out of there. He's one of them.
What you've seen in the last couple of days is all the gangs practically have risen up.
Since Thursday, gangs have targeted police stations and fired shots near the international airport, even forcing American Airlines to suspend flights yesterday and today.
The people inside Port-au-Prince, I mean, honestly, they're trapped, and the concerns of the rapidly deteriorating situation is that we're seeing this perfect storm and not knowing where it's going to lead the Haitian people.
Yes, Tanya, the gang got to check. They all. So again, this is organized chaos. This is organized chaos. This is not random. I know it looks random and it's organized chaos. It's all by design. Because now you always got to have somebody come in and do what? Clean up. So think about it. The prime minister is gone, or president or is gone. I think he's in South America or something. He's gone. So now the country's being ran by who? The guy at barbecue? The gang leader? Like, who's running the country? Who's running the country? How are they importing and exporting? Like what we talking about? Yes, Neek. It is said that a black woman wrote The Matrix and she wrote the Terminator. And she said that basically the stories are connected, where machines take over. I think she said that the Matrix came, I don't remember, but she said they're both connected in stories. Thank you, The Life and Times. That's an insurrection. You take over the airport so the prime minister can't come back. That's an insurrection. That's an insurrection. And it's funny to me that all these folks running their mouth come from countries where they've seen insurrections. These gangs took over the city. Well, what is it? Port-au-Prince took over the city. Freed 4,000 prisoners because they need foot soldiers. Now they wage a war against the police. So they got the cities on lock, the streets on lock, and the airport. That's an insurrection. Folks running to the Capitol with a Trump hat on and with a Trump t-shirt on, a MAGA hat, it's not an insurrection. In these insurrections, you hearing bullets, people dying. You saw one shot fired at the Capitol. And a white woman was killed who was unarmed. One shot was fired. You can't go find me one insurrection where it's just one shot fired and one person died. You can't show me. It was 5 people killed breaking prisoners out alone. More people died in freeing prisoners in Haiti than did at the Capitol. But yet the Haitian prison break ain't gonna make the news. Not like the January 6th did. But let's continue. Let's hear what Kodak Black has to say about Haiti, since he's Haitian. Let's see what he says about Haiti.
Been to Haiti. Damn, my mama don't want me to go. She don't want me going over there. But it's just like, it's crazy. I tried to go when my grandpa died, but it's just like, you know, a whole lot of food, a whole lot of, like, I probably don't even come back if I go to Haiti.
Nah, you be all right,
man. Them people probably eat me, man.
Nah, you be all right.
Man, them people probably eat me, dog.
Now, Kodak Black said, if he goes to Haiti, these people will probably eat me. This is Kodak Black, who is Haitian. His family is from Haiti. He said his own mother does not want him going to Haiti. He mentioned voodoo. And he said, if I go to Haiti, them people will probably eat me. So is it far-fetched for Haitians to eat cats. If Kodak Black thinks they will eat him, is it far-fetched for Haitians to eat cats? That's all I'm asking. Whether it's true or not, is it so far-fetched? Kodak Black's own mother says, I don't want you going to Haiti because she knows what's going to happen to him. He's not going to Haiti to build a pyramid. He's not going to Haiti to rebuild ancient Kemet. His mother knows if he goes to Haiti, he ain't coming back. So guess what? You ain't going to Haiti. I'm going to start over.
I never been to Haiti. Damn, my mama don't want me to go. She don't want me going over there. But it's just like, it's crazy. I tried to go when my grandpa died, but it's just like, you know, a whole lot of voodoo, a whole lot of like, I probably don't even come back if I go to Haiti.
Nah, you be all right,
man. Them people probably eat me, man.
Nah, you be all right.
Man, them people probably eat me, dog. I probably come back and won't be able to rap again. Dumb, like stupid, like crazy.
Nah, I think you'd be all right.
Yeah, like that.
I think they'll show you so. I think they'll be so
put
happy.
woo on you for no reason because you're smiling, you know.
So you heard what Kodak said about Haiti. You heard what he said. Let's play one more time. Now, his family's from Haiti. He loves his people, but he's never been to Haiti. And he's from Florida. So he's very close to Haiti.
I never been to Haiti. Damn, my mama don't want me to go. She don't want me going over there. But it's just like, it's crazy. I tried to go when my grandpa died, but it's just like, you know, a whole lot of voodoo, a whole lot of like, I probably don't even come back if I go to Haiti.
Nah, you be all right,
man. Them people probably eat me, man.
Nah, you be all right.
Man, them people probably eat me, dog. I probably come back and won't be able to rap again. Dumb, like stupid, like crazy.
So not only does he fear that they would eat him, not only does his mother fear for his safety, but he also said, I probably wouldn't be able to even rap again. He's talking about the voodoo, about folks putting a spell on him. Why does Kodak Black have such an unfavorable opinion about his homeland? Why does Kodak Black have such an unfavorable opinion about his homeland? He didn't make this up. His mother said, you're not going to Haiti because she knows something. Then he says, they might eat me. Even if I do come back, I won't be able to rap anymore. He mentions them doing voodoo. So you mean to tell me that it's far-fetched for a place that will possibly eat a rapper that practices voodoo, that is obviously violent, that place, it's far-fetched for people from that place to eat cats? Denzel ate a cat in Book of Eli. Let's continue.
Nah, I think you'd be all right.
Yeah, it's like that.
I think they'll show you so. I think they'll be
Haitians
so
will put
happy.
woo on you for no reason because you're smiling, you know.
He said they'll put some voodoo on you for no reason just because you're smiling. And you're telling me that those type of people wouldn't come over here and eat some cats, some geese, some chickens, some dogs, some ducks. Oh my. Hold on one second, you all. Let me start IG back up. Let me start IG back up. And again, I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, is it far-fetched? That's all. We don't have to act crazy like what, and to keep in mind, hold on. Theology Today said Kodak looks like he's going to Hades, not Haiti. I agree, man. That's actually hilarious. He said Haiti, not Haiti. Boy, that's funny. Oh my goodness. Y'all some funny people, man. For real. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to this other video. Oh man, y'all funny, man. Y'all are funny.
Is a horrific situation. I was there several months ago. There was so much violence even then, and there were gangs who were controlling parts of the Capitol. Now they've basically taken over the Capitol. They've taken over the airport. What that means for people is that we can't get aid in again. It's very difficult for us to do that. Many, many people there are suffering from serious hunger and malnutrition, and we're not able to get enough aid to them. It's almost like it's like a scene out of Mad Max, honestly.
Again, everybody's describing Haiti as a very dangerous, lawless, merciless place. So again, is it far-fetched for people coming from that country to come to America, see a bunch of animals? Because let's just be honest. In America, is cats, dogs, they're giving away cats and dogs. They're giving away animals in America. So you go to the park, it's geese in the pond, it's ducks, it's birds on the street, it's squirrels. You come to America, animals is running everywhere, free. So if you did like to eat domesticated animals, America would be like a buffet. Let me find this article real quick. It's an article. Let me see this real quick. I want to read this real quick. Oh, let me let her finish first. Let me let her finish. But notice what she said. She said that they can't even get aid in. So imagine these people are suffering in Haiti, and these people are so good that the people that want to give them aid can't even do it. So they're going to starve to death. What about folks that are sick? Imagine being in a hospital in Haiti right now, trying to recover. Imagine having a life-threatening injury right now in Haiti. Think about that. Imagine having a broken leg right now in Haiti. Imagine having a life-threatening injury right now in Haiti, and look what's going on. But they don't eat. But hold on. But we draw the line at eating cats. Not the killing, not the starvation, not the takeover, not the coup, not the insurrection in Haiti. But we draw the line because Trump said, some people said, some residents said they were eating cats. He said the residents are saying they're eating cats. So because he says that, y'all draw the line. You ain't heard none of these pundits on TV condemn what's going on in Haiti right now. You ain't heard it.
That's what it seems like. Gangs, vigilantes responding to the gangs. I mean, somehow we need to get more control over that situation so that we can get the humanitarian response in, and so that this, population that has suffered kind of one thing after another over the years, earthquakes, cholera, COVID. I mean, it's literally one thing after another for Haiti. And I think right now it's the worst that anyone has seen in decades.
All this started when the guy was assassinated, the president. He didn't want the snake bites in Haiti. They got rid of him. And since then, other guys stepped in and it's been turmoil ever since. Matter of fact, in one of the videos, they asked the guy about the guy barbecue, and he said he didn't want to say it because he knew. You better not even mention his name. So in 2010, there was a huge earthquake, and it's estimated that and it's estimated that 300,000 people died. Now, recently, let me go back to 2010 first. Let me go there first. Let me go to those videos real quick. I'm just pulling these little thumbnails up. I want to give you all a real picture of Haiti. So they had an earthquake in 2021. And I'm going to just share with you what's been happening. So when the earthquake happened in 2021, 2010, what happened after the earthquake is what many didn't speak about. They didn't speak about what the men of Haiti were doing after the earthquake. In the time of the greatest need for the island, where 300,000 people perished, the men of Haiti turned into absolute savages. Savages. Looting, pillaging, plundering, murdering, and essaying women. Keep in mind, the island is devastated. People are mourning. Loved ones are missing. Hearts are broken. Families torn apart. Hope is lost. And instead of black men being who you all said they were who I say they are. They turned into absolute savages. The crime rate skyrocketed. Homicides and essaying of women skyrocketed. In the midst of all that terror and all that chaos and death and destruction, they blame the Clintons. They blame the Clintons. Even if the earthquakes were purposely done, what would make the men turn into savages, though? That's something different. Listen, I get the conspiracies. Let's hit Haiti. I get it. But what would make the men turn into savages? I'll tell you. The same thing that made the men sell the crack. The same thing that made the men sell the crack. So you say the conspiracy is they hit the island of Haiti with an earthquake, the men turned to savages. The conspiracy is the government put crack in the neighborhood and the black men turn into savages. You see the correlation? You see what I'm speaking to you all? There's receipts already out there. There's receipts. Let me go to some of these videos so we can get some visuals. So we can see just how bad it really was. I just want you all to be able to see so you can get a visual on what these men were doing with this kind of stuff going on. I just want to show you some of the carnage. That's all. I'm going to mute it. I just want you all to see it. That's all. I just want you all to see the devastation from 2010. And I want you to see all of this going on. And I want you to think about men roaming around. Look at, I want you to just look. I want you to think about all these people that are dead, buildings collapse, building with stuff with supplies in it, medical supplies, food. Just think about what the men should have been doing and what they were doing. Just devastating. And so when I'm talking, I'm not talking because I dislike a group of people. I'm not talking because I dislike who I am. I'm telling you all the truth. And the truth will never be something you want to hear, ever. The only way you're going to want to hear the truth is if you follow on after Christ. But you see the people, you see what's going on. I just want to show y'all just how much damage happened. People just running, like it's chaos. And amidst this chaos, black men turn into savages. Look at the people just suffering. People just suffering. People trying to steal, they're hungry. What do you got? What do you got in his hand? A stick? Is that a machete? It was a stick. Could y'all imagine being in Haiti during this time? Tragic. Yeah, I got my tooth removed. And I got my tooth removed and I got a bone graft. You know, to be able to put an implant in there because it was that back molar. Let me see something. Let me stop screen. But let me go to an article real quick that I just downloaded. So it's an article right here that I have up, and it says it's by United States Institute of Peace. And it says crime, politics, and violence post-earthquake in Haiti. Summary of this article is crime and violence are on the rise in Port-au-Prince due to prisoners' escapes during the earthquake. Youth gangs and other armed groups are regaining the strength in the most vulnerable neighborhoods and spreading to other areas of the city. In the tent camps around Port-au-Prince, displaced people, especially women, remain vulnerable to crime. These factors have contributed to an increasing sense of insecurity. As political tensions rise in the run-up to elections, armed groups, criminal enterprises, and vulnerable youth could once again be mobilized by political forces to fuel violence or disrupt the political process. Gangs and their involvement in criminal and political violence are deeply rooted in Haitian politics and fueled by widespread poverty, inadequate police presence, government weakness, and social and economic inequities. I want to say iniquity so bad. Prior to the earthquake, criminal violence had begun to decline due to a combination of political reconciliation, law enforcement operations, and investment in marginalized neighborhoods. These fragile gains have been reversed since the earthquake, and public confidence in the police has been shaken. Directing resources toward mitigating violence while addressing the underlying sources of crime and violence should remain a priority in post-earthquake reconstruction. This article is Peace Brief 58. It's called Crime, Politics, and Violence in Post-Earthquake Haiti by Louis Alexander Berg. And it talks about just the crime that's taking place, politics, what the gangs are doing, all types of stuff. And again, no news coverage. But they want you to believe that people coming from that place, especially the men, aren't going to eat cats. It's insane. It's insane. Let's continue.
In Haiti, the reason why those are the two longest going and most disastrous human rights situations is because iridium in Haiti. Iridium is a mineral you need for atomic weaponry. It's a mineral that's so strong it doesn't melt under the hottest temperature. So America doesn't want Haiti selling their iridium to anybody else in the world. That's why they keep Haiti backwards, because Haiti is one of the top producers of iridium on the planet. And for the Congo, it goes without saying. The Congo has the purest cobalt in the world. Coltan. Okay, coltan is a mineral that they make from titanium and cobalt, I believe. But it's a very precious mineral that you need for every electromagnetic device. You need it for the cell phone, the helicopter, the walkie-talkie, the radio. There would be no technological age without that coltan. Guess who has the purest coltan? Congo. They also got diamonds because it's way worse and they don't have any infrastructure. At least the Palestinians, through their Arab neighbors and extended family, they do have an infrastructure to get the word out. Like Al Jazeera, which I believe is an Arab-controlled network, they can get that out. We tend not to have that, and when we do have it, it's owned by black bourgeoisies who don't want to scratch the power structure.
So this says that iridium is believed to exist in large quantities in Haitian subsoil, but the amount discovered so far is too small to exploit. In the 1980s, a thin layer of iridium was discovered in Jacmel containing 75 centimeters of iridium. This article right here, Umar probably read this article. Rare minerals in Haiti and Dominican Republic, Congo, and South Africa support world's economy. Iridium is a volatile and rare mineral found in only a few places on Earth. The conditions must be perfect to contain and develop it. Let me see. Yeah, it's very opinionated. I need to see something. You know, Umar sounded like he was like, I'm trying to find. Let me go. I can't trust these articles. Now, y'all told me Kamala Harris won, but she wants to debate Donald Trump again. Y'all told me she whooped him. So if Kamala Harris whooped him, why she want to debate him again? That makes sense. Like imagine me winning a fight, knocking you out, and then I want to fight you again. Have we ever seen that? Have we ever seen the fighter say, I knocked him out, I want to do it again? I want a rematch. In the first Rocky, Apollo Creed said, ain't going to be no rematch. Rocky said, I don't want one. Make it make sense. That iridium, I don't know, man. I need some more credible. I need something a little more credible what I'm seeing. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying when Umar started quoting stuff, you know my slogan. Black people lie. And that's the clean version. But anyway, there's all kind of conspiracy theories surrounding Haiti. So anything bad happening to Haiti is never the people's fault. It's always some external force because black folks believe because they gain their independence, automatically a righteous nation. I heard a guy from the 700 Club say that Haiti made a deal with Satan to get their independence. That's what he said. I'll try to find that video. I'm trying to find that video. See the sites that are pulling it up are like blackfacts.com. I can't trust this stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, I can't trust it. Indigenousnetwork.org. I can't trust it. Listen, y'all, I can't trust it. AI says that yes, iridium is believed to exist in large quantities in Haitian subsoil, but the amount discovered so far is too small to exploit. I'm going to go AI on this one. I'm not going with these black sites talking about what. No, I'm going with AI. I don't trust these black sites. What AI said was very concise and clear. Yes, iridium is believed to exist in large quantities in Haitian subsoil, but the amount discovered so far is too small to exploit. In the 1980s, a thin layer of iridium was discovered in Jacmel containing 75 centimeters of iridium. If I go to that, let me go to that article. Let me go to this article. There's a few articles. Evo says understanding Haiti's mining potential. Yeah, I might look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Anyway, let me continue. Let me get these last two videos. We're gonna do part 2 of this, so don't worry. We're gonna do part 2.
Not Haitian, but I am from the Caribbean. The Haitian immigrants are indeed eating animals. Let me tell you something about these people. Not only are they harvesting cats for food, but also for witchcraft purposes, voodoo purposes. It's their culture. They eat these animals and they use the blood and bones of these animals for voodoo and witchcraft purposes. They consume these things because they believe it brings good luck and good juju. This is not a joke. It's a fact. This is their culture. This is what they believe. They will die on a hill on this belief. Understand this. Those ducks / geese / dogs / cats, they are going missing. They are eating them. They are harvesting their blood for witchcraft and voodoo purposes. I'm not capping. Do not come on here, white liberals and
black liberals and tell me that I'm capping or I'm talking bullshit or I don't know what I'm saying. This is stuff I personally have spoke with these people about, okay? This is pure knowledge. This is not speculations. And give it time, it will end up on your doorsteps. This is their culture, this is their belief, this is what they do regardless. Fresh out of Haiti, they're not Americanized. They are gonna practice what they know.
Does he sound like he's lying, yes or no? Does he sound like he's lying, yes or no? Exactly. I believe him. He's not being malicious. He's just saying that's their culture. He said they use the blood and the bones of the animal. It makes sense. They practice voodoo. It makes sense. Even Kodak Black said they might eat me. Because the logic would be if we eat Kodak, we're gonna get his money and his gifts and his power. It makes sense. It's not a far-fetched thing to say. It don't mean the Haitians are just bad and evil and wicked people. But it ain't far-fetched to eat some cats. Come on. It's not far-fetched. It's just not far-fetched. I'm sorry.
Fucking safe here, bro. Like everyone on TikTok, on Facebook, making these jokes to get everything fucking funny. Like, imagine you being homeless for a whole fucking year for no fucking reason. Like, what the fuck? This shit is not fun. This shit is not cool, bro. They really out here decapitating animals and y'all are making jokes out of it. Imagine if you went outside and you saw your dog's head decapitated on the fucking ground. Like, why are y'all thinking this shit's a joke? It's not a joke. I don't feel comfortable walking anywhere. Like, what the fuck? I should be able to feel safe in my own city. Everybody's fucking homeless out here. Ain't shit but fucking scary ass Haitians just lurking and creeping and shit. Y'all thinking this shit's motherfucking funny? Like, keep making this shit up. It's not made up, bro. This shit is real life. This shit is really.
Now, does she sound like she lying? Does she sound like she's lying? She didn't just say about she said the dog's head decapitated. She said the homelessness. She said it's her city. She said they're lurking around. Do you think she's lying? What I find so interesting is black folks used to didn't trust when the white folks said it, and it was opposite what the black folks were saying. Back in the day, if a white person said it, it wasn't credible. But now that when a black person is saying it, they're not credible. The white folks credible now. Oh, it's just switched up on us, y'all. Because normally in a situation like this, black folks would side with the black woman that's crying. I'm just saying. She said it's not funny. She said y'all making jokes is not funny. Let's continue. Let me go to, you know what?
I'm done with what I'm seeing. It is so unsafe in my neighborhood anymore. I have the homeless that were trying to camp out, and I have made concessions with them, and I try to help them the best I can to keep them from trying to squat on my property. But it is so unsafe. I have men that cannot speak English in my front yard screaming at me throwing mattresses in my front yard, throwing trash in my front yard. And I can't. Look at me, I weigh 95 pounds. I couldn't defend myself if I had to. My husband is elderly, and last night, after living in this home for 45 years, he said, Noelle, guess what? It's time to pack up and move. He said, we can't do this anymore. He said, it's killing both of us mentally. I don't understand what you expect of us as citizens. I mean, I understand they're here under temporary protected status, and you're protecting them, and I understand that our city services are overwhelmed and understaffed. But who's protecting us? If we're protecting them, who's protecting me? I want out of this town. I am sorry. Please give me a reason to stay.
You guys are just sitting up there and suicide. Like, I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into, they flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from it. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background.
Mr. Milton said, Black and white people are saying it, and the media and local politicians are suppressing it because they're getting paid by the government. Yes. Winter said, I thought sanctuary cities were so diverse and wonderful. Exactly. That's what I thought too. I thought it was a utopia. You know, but again, that first lady, you can tell she's stressed. And you can physically see that she's stressed and she's worried because her husband can't really defend her and protect her, and she's small. Imagine being a woman and these folks done bought 20,000+ people to your city that don't share your culture, that don't care nothing about America or you. Imagine them having a free reign of just walk around the city. Y'all don't understand that white people like order and structure. They get unnerved with chaos. That you want to see a white person stressed out, have it chaotic. Folks throwing trash on their yard, walking around, that made white people nervous. They like order. I'm just telling you, they like order culturally. Black folks can deal with it. Black folks can deal with it. That ain't in white folks' DNA. It's just not. They like order. Y'all can say call them what y'all want to call them Karens, all that. They want order. If they're in a place and they observe people doing something crazy, they finna go tell, or they finna talk to them. One of the two. One of the two. Black folks are the kings and queens of I'm gonna mind my business. Look at something crazy happening, then record and then walk off.
You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them and it's going to get bigger and it's only going to get worse. And y'all sitting up there in these chairs, all y'all need to get out here and do something. Y'all making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Y'all need to put on a t-shirt and some Crocs, and then y'all need to come out here in these streets and y'all need to go out here and I'm out here before the police is. Like, y'all need to do something, bro. Y'all really got to stand on business. Y'all getting paid all this money just to wear a suit and sit in a chair. I think it's crazy, bro. That's where they come from and that's what they do. That's their country. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they can't do that over here. And if y'all just getting paid from it and then y'all ain't doing nothing about it, I think that's super weird, bro. Y'all got to stand on business. Y'all got to really, step up. It's lame, bro. For real.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Driving around Springfield, I was looking at the giant holes in some of our buildings. I noticed all of the old familiar spots bearing new signs in an unfamiliar language. I watched as groups of strangers walked around the city like lost tourists, and it was like a punch in the gut. A terrible sadness came over me, and I began to cry. I immediately started to think back to when I was little, walking from my grandma's house on South Fountain through downtown and all the way to Snyder Park. I feel like we have been invaded by some sort of pest. I'm angry that my friends and family are packing up and moving away. I'm angry that foreigners are using up the resources that were set up for the Americans that reside here. I'm angry that another country's flag was being flown in our city. I'm angry when I see our businesses and recreational areas littered with garbage left by people that do not know or understand our laws and culture and are making no attempt to learn about them. And let me be clear, this is not about race. This is about people being given the privilege of coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill lying there in front of anyone that passes by. Stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play. Relieving themselves in public. Making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop. What will become of Springfield? Areas littered with garbage, some sort of pest. I'm angry that my friends and family are packing up and moving away.
So we're going to highlight this part right here, what she's saying, what she's about to say. And again, do you think these folks are lying? Now I see a bunch of people in their car recording, a bunch of folks at home recording, but these folks got about it, whatever they was doing, and went down to this city hall. This is a Springfield City Commissioners meeting. So y'all just on there posting on your phone. They actually went down there with their notes to tell these people what's going on. But when you see white people, you say they racist. And they all keep mentioning culture. They don't care if they're Haitian. They care about them not adopting the culture. And we just saw how it is in Haiti. We just saw it. We just saw when there was a crisis with that earthquake, what the men started doing. How the crime skyrocketed. How the murder skyrocketed. How the essaying of women skyrocketed. They turned into savages. So we already know they don't respond well to adversity. So if you don't respond well to adversity, you don't respond well when things are going well either. I'm going to say it again. If you don't respond well to adversity, you're not going to respond well when things are going well either. So when they come to America, they're not coming to America to be better people. They're not. They came into the country on ill-gotten gains and they know it. All these folks that came here the past 3 years, most of them came into this country off of ill-gotten gains and they know it.
Way. I'm angry that foreigners are using up the resources that were set up for the Americans that reside here. I'm angry that another country's flag was being flown in our city. I'm angry when I see our businesses and recreational areas littered with garbage left by people that do not know or understand our laws and culture and are making no attempt to learn about them. And let me be clear, this is not about race. This is about people being given the privilege of coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill lying there in front of anyone that passes by. Stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play. Relieving themselves in public. Making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop. What will become of Springfield? Where will we be in 5 years? The thought terrifies me.
There have been first-hand reports of wrong-way drivers on one-way streets, drivers ignoring stop signs.
So again, there's no way on God's green earth these people are coming from no order and structure to a country with order and structure, and it's not going to be a cultural clash. It's no way. The woman said, we can't even bring aid into the country. We can't even bring aid into the city. Back in 2010, them people were stealing the aid. The folks were bringing food and water. Them men were stealing it. And then trying to tax the people for it. And y'all worry about some cats? Y'all are worried about some cats? And these folks are losing their life in Haiti? Death, destruction, and damnation. Y'all talking about some cats? And you got these people going to this city commission meeting to tell these folks what these Haitians are doing? And y'all mad because Trump said the people are saying it? And what he said is true? But they're getting you all to hate the truth? So if Trump tells the truth and you hate Trump, you're going to hate the truth. Because you love Kamala and she's lying, you're going to love the lie. You know good and well them Haitians can't drive. You know good and well those Haitians cannot drive. So when they come over here, we got traffic laws over here. I remember being in Mexico when I was younger, family vacation, and when I tell you they was playing bumper cars with their vehicles. So don't tell me you're going to go from Haiti where you driving on dirt roads, no stop signs, no stoplights, no structure, no order, and you come to America with one-way streets. Or how about this street is one way from this time to this time? Or how about this lane is from this? Come on, it's too much. Ain't there Haitian coming over here going to the DMV? Who are we kidding? Can they even read the language? Do they speak English? How they get a car? How they get a cat? I'm just joking. Let's go. Let me rewind this guy right here.
Come of Springfield. Where will we be in 5 years? The thought terrifies me.
There have been firsthand reports of wrong-way drivers on one-way streets, drivers ignoring stop signs and red lights and other traffic issues. There is the impact on businesses having to deal with language, cultural differences. There is the strain on public resources, both governmental and private services, including health.
I'm taking my cart down the grocery aisle, and I have 3 immigrants strapped across the aisle. Seen me coming, would not budge, wouldn't even, and I said, excuse me. Maybe they didn't understand what I was saying, but I'm sure they understood that I was trying to get through that aisle. So I have no recourse now but to bust through it. I'm not afraid to do so. You know, I would like to see them have some common respect, some common decency. Do not try to bully your way through Springfield, Ohio. It's not going to work out well.
Having thousands of new immigrants.
Okay, let me stop right here. And then I'm going to continue on Saturday. Miss Goldie says Springfield residents are complaining about their insurance going up over 100 because all the Haitian caused accidents. Of course. You got 20,000 plus people coming to a city and they can't drive. Think about that. Traffic's all messed up. No, hold up. That's the one with the cars. We're not talking about the ones with the motors, with the mopeds driving in the middle of the street too. Or the ones on bicycle. Like, we're not talking about the other type of traffic they're causing, just the cars. L3 Instrumentals, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. L3 again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Cruise Missile, always, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Vintage Goods Willie, written on your kitten says naughty by nature, OPP other. Y'all crazy. I saw somebody say, here, kitty, kitty. Y'all crazy, man. Thank you for the super sticker, man. History shows that when there's no food around, people eat the kids and the elderly, etc. Yeah, cannibalism. They're going to start off with the animals and then with the people. That's how it works. So again, what I'm saying is, if we're going to disagree, let it be because the man lied. Folks going crazy over this cat thing, but not what he really said. These people opened the border up and let these people flood America. That was his point. Y'all picking the lowest hanging fruit because you don't deal with the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is these Democrats, Kamala and Joe Biden, opened up the floodgates. Opened up the floodgates, and the people coming are not coming to be your friend, black people. Get that out of your head. They are not coming to be your friend. They were promised to get what you got. You're being replaced. Ironically, when the white folks were saying there's a great replacement theory, which it is, black folks scoffed at it. Now you seeing the great black replacement theory. Oh, now it's real. Oh, okay. I told you all, the devil will always give you what you want. He'll never let you enjoy it. So when them immigrants come over here and they getting on white people's nerves and making them uncomfortable, you're next. You're next. Remember the word white adjacent? You're white adjacent. Not Hispanics, not Asians. You are. Do you realize that there is no white without black and no black without white? You don't exist. This whole narrative is constructed around white and black, the checkerboard. They're not white adjacent, you are, because you can't exist without them and they can't exist without you. So guess what? You're interchangeable. So if they get rid of white people, guess who's next? Y'all are. You know why? Because once the white people are gone, you're going to sound just like them. You're going to start saying, wait a minute, this is my country. Wait a minute, who are all these foreigners? You're going to start sounding just like white people. And if you listen really lately, that's how black folks been sounding. Black folks sound like them white folks did in the 90s with these immigration. Now you're hearing black folks saying, wait a minute, we was here longer. This our country. Yeah, I know. Sound just like white folks. Sound just like white folks. I agree. By the time they wake up, it's too late. I agree. MoCoy, class, if you're currently confused / skeptical, refer to your Blanche's training, volume 3, 2021 to 2022-ish. Bliggity suck at crime. Notice them Chi-Coms, Far East illegals have made no headlines and no noise. Think about it. And MoCoy is right. Thank you, MoCoy, for the super sticker. He's right, though. All the crime they're committing, they're not making any news. They terrorizing whole cities and the media is silent. But guess what? The media was silent with you all committing them crimes too. The media was not only silent, but the media gave you an excuse for you all committing crimes. From racism, from slavery. You don't have enough. From capitalism. Black folks, y'all in a bad spot, boy. Y'all in a bad spot. Boy, y'all in a bad spot. Thank you, MoCoy. The thunder sound, no more room at the bottom. Thank you. There is no more room at the bottom. That's it. Black folks, y'all about to get kicked out. Y'all about to get put out. Listen, y'all, before I leave, and let me thank Angel Wings, and let me thank for moderating. Thank you so much. And let me thank Agatis Navi. Thank you so much. Yes, Second Amendment in full effect. We got the First Amendment, Second Amendment. The First Amendment is the most important amendment of all time. Because if you can't speak, i.e., speak the truth, i.e., spread God's word, then all is lost. You have the First Amendment, the right to free speech, and the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, because they knew that the tyrants were going to go after the free speech. And this whole attack on Donald Trump is an attack on the truth. It's like the anti-white agenda is an attack against God. The attack on Donald Trump is the truth. Because they're saying the truth is bad. This CNN said Donald Trump told 33 lies and Kamala Harris told one. It's not about Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. It is good versus evil. If Donald Trump is telling you the truth, why do you dislike him? If Kamala Harris is telling you a lie, why do you like her? The devil's going to make you make a choice that's going to be your consent and you knew the truth. When the devil has you make a decision, it's going to be of your own free will and you're going to know the truth. You're not going to be able to go back and say, I didn't know. No, you knew. Eve knew. She knew. Thank you, the Thunder Sound. Listen, I love you all, and I will see you all on Saturday. Thank you so much. We will do part 2 on Saturday. Thank you so much. Love y'all.